Today, we'd like to talk about the 4 mindfulness techniques that we've uploaded on YouTube. Because in clinical psychology, usually we recommend various techniques that clients can use for self-care. So these will work for you in different ways. If one of them you find useful, then stick to that one. If you would like to practice different ones, that's also good. You can use them before exam stress or for work stress, any anxiety you might have. They don't suit everyone, so you may prefer one over the other and that which works for you. The first one that one of the ones that we've shared is mindfulness breathing. This trains your attention because when we experience anxiety or stress, our attention is focused on these anxious thoughts. If we can redirect our attention to something else in the present moment, this can reduce our anxiety. So mindfulness breathing is simple and can be done anywhere. It is a good place to start when approaching mindfulness, but there are lots of books as well and free online resources which you can use to learn about mindfulness strategies. And you can try these different ones. So this is the one that starts with sit in a comfortable position, close your eyes, or you can keep them open, etc. And that's on YouTube. You can have a go at that now. The second technique is dropping the anchor. Dropping the anchor is about grounding. It's a very basic technique and it just redirects your attention to the present moment. Again, and these are very quick and simple techniques which you can do anywhere. So this is where you push your feet into the ground and find a firm footing. This should relax your body. The third one is noticing 5 objects, and this requires a bit more imagination. This is another mindfulness techniques, and the goal here again is to connect with the world around you. All of these techniques are supposed to bring you into the present, especially for somebody who's experiencing anxiety, experiencing even a flashback. These can be good techniques to try to ground yourself in the present moment. So in this, we would focus on various body sensations to try to connect with the physical world around us. The fourth one was leaves in a stream. So this is a diffusion exercise. So when we become attached to our thoughts, this can cause us to overvalue their importance and cause us distress. And this exercise can help you to mindfully detach yourself from these thoughts that are causing you suffering. First, you need to notice you are observer of the thoughts, not the thoughts themselves. You are the mindful presence capable of noticing these thoughts and bringing them in and out of your conscious awareness. Secondly, you need to be willing to look at these thoughts in a different way. Instead of them getting you caught up, begin to let your attachment to these negative thoughts loosen. So try the practice now and then come back. So how the practice works, when we talk about cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, these work on reframing thoughts, which is the opposite of acceptance and commitment, the ACT approach. Because the ACT approach makes room for thoughts and creates space between us and our thoughts. So this is the point here. The exercise where you sit comfortably and you can let your eyes soften, close them completely, whatever feels comfortable for you, and then you imagine the stream, imagine a gentle river, the calm water, leaves floating on the water, and then you notice the speed of the leaves, how slowly or quickly they're going, observing them, and then if you have any thoughts, you put them on the leaves. So, for example, if you thought of, it was my fault, I'm not good enough, I should have known better, why didn't I leave this abusive relationship? So again, going back to the first session, which was about abuse, actually. So if these show up, we place that on a leaf, each of the thoughts on a leaf, and just watch it float away. This is without arguing and without correcting. So there's no response to the thought. You're just observing the thoughts and you're letting them float by. Even thoughts about identity might show up after, for example, gender-based violence. It could be I'm broken, I'll never heal, I've lost myself. You place each of these thoughts on a leaf and you let it float. And the idea is that we're trying to diffuse from the thoughts without replacing them. Even the positive thoughts can be placed on the leaves, like in healing. I survived, I'm reclaiming myself. You can then come back to the room, open your eyes, and name 3 things you can see, and ground yourself back to the room. Press your feet on the floor and all the grounding techniques we've already mentioned. And you might place one hand on your chest or knee, and this exercise can help with training the mind and nervous system to repeat certain messages and noticing them without fighting them, without resisting. Usually after trauma, people can struggle with self-blame, and our brain scans for danger, staying highly alert. This is hypervigilance. We already spoke about this when we talked about trauma and abuse and healing. And when we fight or resist our thoughts, our brain learns that these thoughts are dangerous and we should fixate on them more. The exercise, Leaves on the Stream, teaches us that thought is not a command or a grand truth. It's just a thought. It teaches us to have thought, pause, observe, and let it pass. Instead of having the thought, the body reacting and being flooded with emotions, followed by unhelpful behaviors. So you're learning to observe over that. The pause is the rewriting that teaches our nervous system that we are safe. We just built a new pathway by pausing. Not fighting our thoughts helps us think that I can have this thought and still be okay. That is emotional safety. So we teach our brain and nervous system that these thoughts can come and go without controlling us. We don't have to fight them at all. Healing can have many different approaches. There's no right or wrong path, and there is only your path.